Is coming in from Hathras, where Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and her brother Rahul Gandhi have finally been able to meet the family of the Hathras Gangrape victim. This should have been allowed on day one. It wasn't. The Uttar Pradesh administration, in a move that will reek of folly, decided to try and stop that from happening. Today they had no option but to let first the media personnel and later in the day the Congress leaders head to Hathras as well. It's much too early to talk about whether this signals any kind of a swing in the fortunes of the Congress party, but what it does do is it demonstrates that the Uttar Pradesh government has finally been forced to accept that its handling of lawfare Hathras horror was unacceptable. They had to send senior officials from the Uttar Pradesh police and the Uttar Pradesh administration to Hathras to go and meet and assuage the family of the grieving victim. I want to go across to our National Affairs editor Rahul Srivastav. He's at ground zero, one of the longest observers of Uttar Pradesh politics. Rahul, can you give our viewers some sense of the conversation between Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Rahul Gandhi and the victim of the Hathras family?
Rahul, it's been an ordeal for them. It's been an ordeal for a family which belongs to the Valmiki community, one of the most marginalized in the social hierarchy as far as Uttar Pradesh is concerned. This family has worked hard to get a little bit of a land and a small little house right behind me where you can see the lights, where Priyanka Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi in a very jam-packed space are meeting the family members. The family members have an ordeal to tell, Rahul. It has lasted from the day the girl was injured and she was found injured and incoherent, and the family has been struggling right since then. And especially the night when she was unceremoniously, with great amount of disrespect by this district administration, cremated against the will of the family in a field nearby. From there on, it's been a tougher ordeal for them because the entire might of the Yogi Adityanath government, officials, district and both central, as far as Lucknow are concerned, they have been virtually sending indirect feelers, pressurizing them. And that is why I think the immense public pressure and also political pressure which came around has pushed the government towards the damage control, which started today morning with the media being allowed inside. And second, for the first time an outreach, Rahul, outreach by the DGP, who's the senior most police official, and Mr. Avnish Khare, who is the additional secretary, chief secretary for home, principal advisors to Mr. Yogi Adityanath to come here for the first time, listen firsthand. This could have happened 3 days earlier. This could have happened 4 days earlier. They could have talked to the family that why exactly were they feeling aggrieved. In fact, speaking to me, the DGP told me that they wanted to find out why exactly they feel that their problem has not been addressed. That could have happened earlier, Rahul. And today, in the evening, given the mounting fact that Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi were mounting at an expressway, eventually they are inside. And what we are told that inside most of the conversation is all about the ordeal they have faced. Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are trying to assure them that the Congress party is with the family and with all the people who feel marginalized. But the fact remains, this is the best audience they have had, Rahul. The Chief Minister could have come here. There were times when Chief Minister used to visit such places where people were feeling aggrieved. And that is why this perhaps is the first time somebody of the caliber of Rahul Gandhi, a leader who is who used to head a party like the Congress party, is inside. And Rahul, this is the dark underbelly of Uttar Pradesh, where caste divides are such that the marginalized somehow will never ever find themselves at the right side of the law, or the law helping them. Somehow one wonders whether there can be a victim protection law in this country, especially after this case.